Hello everyone, welcome to Fiaura.
Stop looking down my barrel. It's awkward.
I'll stop looking down your barrel game when I feel like it. Now speak up.
Why?
Reasons. We are here tonight to review the Challenger 2.
Has it been a bit of a disaster?
The pain I have endured getting the footage for this vehicle can only be described in one word. Ow! Let us begin to compare it. First and foremost, let me get my notes here for its service record. So, how should I put this? The Challenger 2 is almost exclusively used by the British Royal Army. There are 38 of them used by the Royal Army of Oman, but otherwise, it's Britain. It is served during the 2003 invasion of Iraq and during the occupation thereafter. That's really it. There have been 2 recorded as ever being knocked out. One by another Challenger 2 by accident.
Whoopsie!
The other one hit by a tandem warhead shaped charge IED, and all it really managed to do was cause a driver to lose 3 of his toes. After which they tried to use rocket-propelled grenades to actually do some real damage to it, but 14 direct hits and a captured Milan missile later, the crew was alive, safe, and the tank was recovered for repairs.
They just slapped some duct tape over those scuff marks?
Actually, yeah, it was back into operation 6 hours later.
Yep.
Meanwhile, another Challenger 2 survived without any incident being hit by 70. Yeah, you heard me, 70 rocket-propelled grenades.
Did they count?
They counted the scorch marks afterwards.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, the crew inside is just sitting there taking a tally as, they're getting hit.
Now, let's take a look at what we have in game.
Is it shice?
Yes and no. So, for a start, the Challenger 2 is the only Tier 9 vehicle, other than the Crab, to lack an active protection system. Well, other than the Crab and the M8. It's the only main battle tank past Tier 7 to lack it as well, besides the Ariete. Therefore, incoming missiles are entirely reliant on the ERA package or the armor itself to repel them. Which, the armor itself is actually kind of impressive. Effective armor on the front of the turret is 950 millimeters against armor piercing, and 728 on the hull, and a whopping 1,395 on the turret, 1,065 on the hull against shaped charge. Now the tooltip is in fact wrong, and the side armor is in fact 870 millimeters thick. And then we're going to be adding 30 millimeters of heavy explosive reactive armor. As well as cage armor on the back.
So I've just thought of something. What happens if, like a smaller tank runs into that?
The driver looks over and goes, "Did we bump into something?" No? Okay.
So I'm just figuring that explosive reactive armor suddenly goes off on a poor tank.
Now, let's take a look at it compared to its Tier 9 brethren. I did take off the armor package so that we could see its actual armor rating on the side versus everyone else's. So it has 3 Tier 9 competitors, and we're going to start with Challenger 2 versus T90 MS. Penetration and damage-wise, the Challenger 2 lacks both. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it for you. It lacks both against all its competitors. It has the lowest penetration of any cannon-wielding tank, Tier 9, period. The Draco, BMPT, and the Crab have lower penetrations, but they use autoguns.
That's embarrassing.
However, it makes up for this with armor. Having the only tank to have a 2 hull modifier and a 3 shape charge modifier with the massive amount of armor it already has. Bringing it to that whopping 800 to 1300 armor on the front.
That's a lot of armor.
To illustrate how much armor this is, unless you strike a weak point with the T90's penetration of its Sabo round, it ain't going in. And we will get to see in the footage a lot of bouncing. Speed-wise, it's slower than the T90. Camouflage-wise, it's more obvious than the T90, but has better view range. And depression-wise, it has better cannon depression, but a much slower rotating turret. It has amazing accuracy at 0.9 and a decent aim time, but not anything spectacular. Against the Abrams. Again, lower penetration, same alpha. Lower damage per minute because it takes longer to reload. Even though this particular model that I have is equipped for reload, it still is slower than the Abrams equipped for reload. It's also slower moving, worse camouflage rating, has less view range, same gun depression, slower turret, actually less accuracy. The Abrams is more accurate. Who knew the Americans could shoot straight?
Sometimes they do. It's usually when it gets them in trouble, but yeah, sometimes they do.
But it does have a quicker aim time. Now, against the Leopard 2A6. Lower pen, lower alpha, lower DPM. More hit points, more armor. Yes, despite the fact the Leopard actually has more physical armor, the armor modifier indicates that the Challenger has more armor on the hull and turret. Who would have thought? Slower, so it is the slowest MBT. Worst camouflage rating, confirmed. Equal gun depression, better accuracy than the Leopard, slightly quicker aim time. So, we now know that this tank has the second fastest aim time, the second best accuracy, and the absolute thickest armor and most hit points out of all the Tier 9 MBTs.
Shame about not being able to penetrate.
Yeah, its penetration is really lackluster. I have had to really struggle to get footage of this thing. Because it plays very, very similar to a World of Tanks mouse.
Oh, the mouse.
And it kind of has its issues. But we will go over weak points momentarily, and I'll explain why it has issues. So first off, commanders. I like Freya. Freya, my friend. You could also go with Victor. If you're going to spam squash warheads, I recommend Ioannis. You could also go with Carlos. It's personal preference, really, for commander for this tank, because none of them are going to make a terrible impact, since none of them can actually physically improve the armor. Crew skill-wise. First skill, spin it to win it. You think the turret traverse is slow? Try the hull traverse. Second skill, I really recommend off-road driving so you can get some better acceleration out of it, because those are its biggest drawbacks. Gunner. Quick draw and do the twist. Loader. Rapid fire and explosive shells. You're not really going to be switching shells in this thing, so loader preparation is not going to help you. Ammo. Bring some HESH rounds. Don't bring a lot of HESH rounds, but bring some HESH rounds. They're useful. But otherwise, you're spamming Sabo. That's all you're doing is you're spamming the Sabo. Spam, 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 spam.
Stop poking.
Now, loadout, nothing special. But moving on to retrofits, you have a limited amount of options here. I prefer the reinforced engine housing because my engine keeps getting shot. Modules on this thing break like fiberglass. Every single time you get penetrated, you seem to have something broken.
Why particular fiberglass? Why not just China or something like that?
Fine China, that works too.
Because that just kind of splinters all the time.
Firepower-wise, advanced MRS or enhanced shell materials for shooting on the move. Because with this vehicle, sitting still is death. You basically need to fire while you're constantly moving around. Advanced thermal sleep will help you get out a few more shots, which it really comes... This vehicle does not have quality of shots. It really comes down to number. And, of course, the internal hull reinforcement for your second armor reinforcing slot. If you go with 3 armor reinforcements, you can easily catapult this thing over 4,000 hit points. Which is twice the hit points of the Leopard 2 and T90MS.
That's kind of frightening.
However, you need every single one of those hit points.
Because you apparently break things.
Everything is broken, you get shot up, and you really have to work to actually penetrate anything. As we will see in the footage. Your side armor seems particularly not super indestructible like the Challenger and the Ariete was, so be careful. I don't know if they plan on upgrading the side armor or not, but I feel that they probably should. The front of this tank. The weak points are this driver port, this commander hatch, and this gunner sight can sometimes take damage from very high penetration rounds. You can shield your driver's port by lowering your gun between shots. Literally just look at the ground. Like literally you just look at the ground like this and the gun will drop down and shield your primary weak point, leaving only the commander's hatch exposed.
Which currently still does a lot of damage because of the whole over penetration thing not being a thing.
It's still, yeah, it does about 100 to 200 every time you get slapped up here.
Yeah.
Which can add up, but they really have to punish you with a lot of shots to hope to kill you that way.
Yeah.
Now, this thing is vulnerable to missiles. Yes, the armor is excruciatingly thick against a shape charge warhead. However, against a thermobaric warhead, it's still the same thickness. Which means the T-90's thermobaric warhead round is actually useful for penetrating Challengers. Because even on a non-penetrating hit, you still do 102 to 501 damage. On top of this, the T-90 shape charge does pack 1310 penetration, which, against the front of a Challenger, against the front of the hull, if it hits a flat spot, has a chance of penetrating. Against the side of the hull, if it doesn't hit the ERA, definitely has a chance of penetrating. Same for the side of the turret. Be careful when you are targeted with a missile. It can actually hurt you. And oftentimes will. So, that is the garage level review. I suppose we need to take this thing out into combat.
Yes, we must see what the combat says.
Now, I have some live stream footage of it, but we're going to record over the audio. Because, well, I don't do a lot of commentary during that match, and I figured that there needs to be some commentary with it.
Yes.
So during the live stream match for the PvP portion, you will just hear me and no game sound. But in the meantime, let's go check it out. Oh, and there will be a PvP portion at the PvE portion at the end.
Okay.
Alright guys, so here we have the PvP match that we'll be using.
Halfneck. We were here earlier.
Yes, we were. We were here quite a bit earlier.
Yes.
I have a very long 26-second countdown for this one. And I can kind of say I'm not very happy with this tank. I don't know about you, but we're about to face off against a bunch of tier 9 opponents. We have almost 4,000 hit points, and I don't think we have a prayer in the world. There also happens to be 12 members of Panda in this one match. Nice sync drop, guys.
Was it the kitchen sink?
Yes, apparently. As we are strolling up to wreck some people's shit.
Mech.
And by wreck people's shit, I mean run over walls and take down light poles.
It's very rude, you know?
As you can see while I'm moving here, I'm keeping the gun pointed at the ground most of the time. That is to shield my one weak spot in case somebody happens to get a lucky shot at it.
Yes.
And also to make me a very unappealing target.
Back it up.
Back up that fat ass.
Pretty much. Is it big fat ass tank?
Even against the Abrams, I mean, this thing still has a superior hit point pool, and that's kind of what you basically rely on for survival, is just sheer amount of hit points.
I can take more hits than you can. That's pretty much my only advantage.
Yeah, that kind of is the only advantage. Massively thick armor, the smallest weak points, and I can take more hits than you can.
Well, I mean...
Now we're analyzing the situation.
I guess in terms of just pure utility, that's can be useful. Especially if you need somebody who can sit forward and be a bullet sponge. I mean, maybe this is the tank for Hetty. He finds the opponent with his face and they can't penetrate it.
We give Hetty so much grief, you know that.
Hetty's great. Seriously though, Hetty, you are the best. Like, so much fun, and not being angry at us for making...
I tried to pull a steep armored side scrape there. Hello, Mr. Abrams.
Kaboop.
No shot.
Kaboop.
Shot at you, though.
You kabooped it.
And they managed to damage both my tracks without actually hurting my hull.
How you do this?
And now they're just ricocheting me over and over again.
Owie.
Commander's hatch hit. Ah.
Dirt.
Yeah, not a very happy sign when I shoot that.
Much swears. So gur.
So very gur. Yeah, you know penetrate me. I apparently know penetrate you either. Somebody just ricocheted off my side. I don't know who did that. I don't appreciate that. I'm going to back up now. Now, this is one of the few tanks in which I can say at tier 9 you can challenge multiple adversaries pretty easily. And you might win.
So it does kind of have that, even though it's too slow to really be a frontline tank.
Pretty much.
It could work very well for that. It sits forward and goes, hey, look at me. I'm a target. Now, pardon me while I punch you.
That kill shot miss. However, I will gladly shoot you in the side, Mr. Abrams, over and over again, so long as you want to expose that. Well, he's dead.
Jim?
Jim.
Is he dead, Jim?
Yeah, he's dead. Oh, snap. I've got guys coming in behind me, and they have managed to do all of Jack and shit. Remember how I said this thing has unusually stupidly thick armor?
And a big hit point pool.
A very big hit point pool.
You're just silly. It's just
It broke
silly.
my track and penetrated me somehow. I don't even know how that actually pinned.
Hello? Whoa.
Broke my track again. But I'm still hanging in there. They keep trying to shoot me through the tracks and keep breaking my track, but not actually hurting me. That guy, however, finally put in a shot.
Yes, that hurt.
I wish I had some help here, team. We are technically winning, but our team is not reacting to this push by a bunch of Leopard 2s on our flank.
That's why they're
so I'm having to back out into the open and reverse out of here. As you can see, though, I'm still bouncing round after round off of the armor. How about ye? Excuse me? What was that? I don't think I heard you clearly. Goodbye. Ow. We are still technically winning, but our team is not reacting well at all.
Yeah.
Usually figured I'd move there and make sure he bounced rather than me making sure I penetrated. And then I deliver a penetration, and we pin him in as he breaks his own track on my hull. Again, keeping the gun lowered between my shots to make sure that I don't get penetrated in the process.
And also because then you can poke him.
Yes.
In the
Ow.
Owie.
And now I just continue to reverse because we've gone from winning to losing, despite the fact that we've killed a couple people now, or at least assisted in their death.
Yes.
Now I'm protected by this concrete block, and these guys have apparently taken the hint that I am a dangerous opponent.
They're bringing everybody in here.
Yes, they are.
It's a shame.
And he breaks my track again.
Merr.
He's hoping for some high-angled penetration through my track. He got lucky once. Ow.
There it is again.
There's the broken track. Every single time this thing gets hit, it feels like it breaks something. However, if you don't hit a flat, you're not going to go in. Now this guy comes in, and I make him pay for it. However, he does break my track again.
Stop fucking bouncing shit off me.
I am now dead.
Yes, you are. And that's what killed you. TD, right?
If our team had taken advantage of the situation when we outnumbered them and actually pushed back into those leopards flanking us, we would have won. But since our team completely ignored the flankers, we died. Congratulations, team. Map awareness!
Yes.
As you can see, however, this thing's a pain in the ass to kill.
It is. How many different things bounced off you?
Let's find out. It's in the stats now.
Excellent.
I think quite a very large number.
Because, I mean, seriously, look at just the pure amount of, like, just shots and damage you were taking.
Enough?
Yeah. I'm wondering how many different, like, how many of the the opposite team did you actually hit and fight? Because that would, it seemed like it was a fair number of them.
Well, I dealt 5,000 damage.
And you got spotting. How did you get spotting?
I don't know how I got all that assist damage. It's shenanigans.
It is.
It is
really should not have happened.
However, you can't have a tier 9, a tier 8, pair of tier 8s actually, and several other vehicles do that subpar and expect to come out. All 16 of my shots at least hit the target.
Yeah.
Not all 16 actually penetrated. However, I am quite proud of how this one turned out.
Yeah. No, it was a...
So, we're here on Calvary, which is one of the easier PvE matches. It still is on hard mode. In the Challenger Mark II. Now, as you can see, I have 8 hash rounds. Guess how many of those I'm actually going to fire.
2, maybe?
Maybe 2. As I said, it is the one tank where spamming Sabo is acceptable.
Wow. Apparently we just have the best possible view range. Come on, reload.
Oh, God. I wasn't even in the same ballpark, Challenger. What's up with that?
Shenanigans?
Shenanigans. Oh, snap. Turn. Okay, he's going. Warrior.
Warriors, come out to
play. Yay.
I wonder how many people in the audience actually will get that one. Gosh. We're showing our dated references.
I just had to eat that warrior by myself.
It was delicious.
He was tasty. Hello, hello, T90. Oh, burn, burn, burn! Dead. Burn to death, sir. Surprisingly, I am currently leading on damage. Oh, snap. Turn around.
Ah.
Ricochet.
Yep. What's Irish and pisses off all the tankers? Rick O'Shea.
Really? Ricochet's Irish?
Rick O'Shea?
Oh, well
Rick
then.
O'Shea?
Damn, Geen. Damn, your puns are terrible.
Wow, that was a painful hit.
It's supposed to be. I break
You're an
all of his
MBT.
things.
I noticed it wasn't penetrating his lower plate, which is a shame.
It's a really low penetration gun.
It's a seriously low penetration gun.
However, he's dead now.
He's dead, Jim?
He's very dead.
Boop.
And see, I'm just keeping the gun firing as quick as I possibly can. This could hurt.
You booped him.
I booped him.
Boop him again. There you go. You
I
booped
broke
him
his
again.
engine and burned him to death. Apparently, the Challenger 2 likes critting things and setting people on fire. That's why Ionis is a legal choice for the Challenger 2. It's really easy to watch people burn to death in this thing.
Ouch.
Oh my god, hit the target.
Just run it over.
And my ERA just said, hell the fuck no, sir.
Ouch.
71 degree ricochet.
It tells you that now.
Yep.
Huh. Shows how much I've been playing recently.
Not at all.
Yeah, pretty much. What? I'm part of a clan. I have to pretend like I care about things. Owie.
Yes.
Wait, you really haven't been taking any damage.
Yeah, it just keeps blowing the ERA off.
Ouchie. That mini boss got smacked.
It got smacked down, sha.
Oh, hello.
Now see, the side of the turret, completely red. Side of the hull, green.
So what I'm hearing is stay low.
Don't shoot at the turret.
Stay low.
Shoot them below the belt.
Boop. Right in the engine?
Right in the engine block.
He's turning towards you. Ooh, apparently,
Ow!
owie. Would you like to say that again?
Would you like to say that to my face?
I think your face is going to get said to in a moment.
And as you can see, you just keep pumping out the shots. I mean...
Them out. Oh!
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Artilleros.
We've been artillerized. As you can see, also, when you get hit, stuff breaks.
Yep. Owie. Yes, everything appears to be broken. No, it's not.
Fixed it.
You did. You did, in fact, fix it. Hello.
And the Hesh rounds are not super effective. I'm trying to show those off right now. Ooh. But this thing's really good at setting people on fire.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Track
Critical
damage only.
damage. No pen. Or pen, no serious damage. So this seems to be rolling fairly fairly regularly in the 500s.
Yes, it's a very consistent damage gun and does a lot of crit.
Hello?
Can
Would
I
you
help
like to
you?
continue shooting at me like that? Yes, please keep bouncing off my armor. I appreciate you're doing this for me.
Just keep letting him have it.
Or just ram him already.
I don't want to ram him. I want to shoot him. Ramming isn't terribly effective because I'm slow as hell.
Kaboom? Oh, come on. Boop.
Take the easy shot. Apparently I'm going to fling a hash around just because. No reason. Because I can. Turn, you big boat. Boom, boom.
Oh my gosh!
It's upside down.
Your friend is ricocheting shots off your side.
Yes, he was. I think that's actually the weasel.
Is it? My mistake.
Yeah, the side armor on this thing's incredibly thick.
There goes a good chunk of his health. Boop.
Bad weasel. Bad.
What you
Lap
talking
of you.
That's really cool that the explosive reactive actually does show up as exploded on the sides of your tank.
Considering all of it has exploded.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
All of the exploded.
Yes.
However, you'll notice that after using the kit, I have taken like... Even after taking 1,200 damage and then using my kit, I mean, I basically healed most of the damage. This thing has an obscene amount of HP.
Hello? Hello?
Come here, warrior.
Oh, wow. There's the overmatch again.
And a critical hit.
Critical hit. Whoops.
Dibs. Hello, Abrams.
Look at that big, long back of the turret.
Right through it. Right through it again.
He's figured it out yet?
Oh, we did not get our 15th kill. It makes me sad. It makes me very sad. I am a sad panda now.
You're a panda?
No. I'm a sad foxy.
So. There you go.
Didn't get 15 kills.
Much sad.
We did work very hard.
Yeah.
And caused some obscenity.
Yeah. So 57 hits for 20,800 or 900 abouts.
See, I showed them that this setup works.
Yep. And it seems like, at least in this PvE, it's a decent tank.
Decent.
Not outstanding, but...
Well, I mean, I wasn't competing against other tier 9s besides the... I think we had a Terminator. I did get Target, which did my job.
Yep.
Did get Shooter. And
Shooter.
get the blue star.
Yep. So, at least, I mean, it looks like it...
It's expensive to run.
Yeah.
Really expensive to
So
run.
maybe not so much on the PvE.
Now, if you like the playstyle of big, slow, and stupid, this is your tank.
Huh. You trying to say that people who play this tank are big, slow, and stupid?
No.
Okay.
But it kind of plays like it's big, slow, and stupid.
Okay.
If you like the playstyle of no penetration but not being able to be penetrated, this is your tank. Actually, I wouldn't really compare this to a mouse. I compare this to an E100 with a little gun. If I wanted to make a World of Tanks comparison.
Mm-hmm.
However,
it actually hits pretty hard.
all of this said, it's kind of
Meh tank?
meh. It's really meh. So, if you enjoyed the review or found it helpful, please hit the like button. If you'd like to see more stuff by Fiaura, subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so with their Patreon, or you can click on the ad at the end of the video and go check out whoever decided to sponsor this video. I'm sure they appreciate your time as much as I do. Lastly, here's the previous Armored Warfare video for you guys. It's the brand new Type 98, and it has issues. Go check it out. In the meantime, from my house to yours, I hope to see you all in the next video. And Geen, what is the last word?
Bye-byes!
Very, very creative. So majestic. We get up here, and there's that warrior who's like, oh shit, there's a bunch of MBTs here, and this is gonna hurt. And so he's getting slugged while I pull down to get back up and go put one into him. There's another one hits him. I come up behind. Auto aim in and just let him have it. He's done. And I think to myself, this here position's pretty good actually. Since we own that over there to my right, I don't have to worry about getting shot in the side. I can angle my armor and protect my left side at the same time. And that really quick aim time means that LAV-600 didn't even know it was spotted before I shot at him. Really quick aim time. Challenger, don't mind if I do!
Hostile truck, marked.
I really wish I knew what the badges stood for.